今日は、老人の脳を活性化する英会話、老活英会話ということについて話したいと思います。私は、中学生の頃から英語が大好きで、1年半ほどアメリカに行ったり、帰ってきてから英検を取ったり、といったことで、以前は会社では一番、隣近所、町内でも一番、家族親戚の中でも一番の話し手というふうに思っておりましたけれども、もうそれが数年、あるいは十数年経つうちに、どんどん上手い人が、若い人が出てきまして、もうとてもじゃないけど追いつけないという状態になっております。ましてや、近年では日本語ですら、なかなか名前が出てこない。有名人の名前も出てこない。自分の思ってたことがなかなか口にすぐに出てこない。日本語でも出てこないというようなことで、これは、脳トレというか、脳活というか、そういう英会話に移行せざるを得ないというような状況であります。When I was, how old? 25 or 6. I think 25. It was 1966 September. I went to Los Angeles by the cargo boat. That is the carrier on which a lot of Toyota car was loaded. And as a staff, one of the staff of Toyota man, I went to Los Angeles, San Pedro Harbor. It took about 2 weeks. But at that time, I thought if I had lived in native countries, I would have been able to speak English very fluently. But soon after that, I realized that I cannot do that because my host family, there was a pen pal's sister who was fourth grader. She was a very good speaker of English, and also she knows a lot of big vocabulary which I don't know. One of the, for example, sophisticated. For her, it was so difficult to pronounce the sophisticated. So he twisted his mouth, but still, she tried to say sophisticated. And I didn't know that word at that time. And ordinary conversation, I thought I would never been able to speak like her, even if I lived in the States 10 years, 20 years, it was such a big surprise or disappointment for me. And after 1.5 years, I gave up and I came back. And still in the company I was employed, That time I was number one speaker of English, I guess. But soon after that, a lot of good speaker, better speaker, started working there, and then I became second and then third in the neighborhood. Or before that, in my family or relatives, one of the sister's child is how to say cousin? No, I forgot how to say it in English. But anyway, she went to Canada about 1 month, and after came back, she likes Canada so much, so she went again and got married with a French Canadian, and had a child, and she must be already a good speaker of English. And also one of the boring friends, her daughter tried to go to Australia because one time in the summer she went to Australia a week, and after came back, maybe she was observed so much the life there, and she wanted to study in Australia. And so I thought I was able to give her knowledge how to study in overseas, but she somewhat had a guts to do it by herself. And after all, she went there and then stayed there, got married, Australian, and she had a baby. And I thought normally, Japanese mother who got married in a native speakers try to communicate with family, among the family in English, but try to teach her own child Japanese language too. But this lady is completely absorbed, or I don't know how to say it, but she tried to bring up her own daughter in English. In the family, no Japanese. So this my friends, boating friends, was very sorry about that, because my own grandchild cannot speak Japanese, and when we she said when we meet, I cannot speak English, and this child born in Australia cannot understand Japanese. That is kind of a sad situation, I guess. But anyway, recently what I think is, even Japanese words I started forgetting. I cannot remember as soon as I thought in mind, but the word cannot come out. So in order to prevent the how to say 認知症 or how to say it 痴呆症 the dementia or something like that. Anyway, in order to prevent that disease, I better continue. And not only continue, I try to improve my English as if I look, I'm a very good speaker of English, or effectively, this effort and studying time, and the other side is the effectiveness. So I try to chase after this effectiveness, with how small amount of effort I can get the large amount or bigger amount of the effectiveness.